Hey guys, how's it going? Let's talk about Venom. Let There Be Carnage. Venom Let There Be Carnage is a 2021 American superhero film featuring the Marvel Comics character Venom, produced by Columbia Pictures in association with Marvel, distributed by Sony Pictures Releasings. It is the second film in the Sony Spider-Man universe and the sequel to the 2018 film Venom. This film stars Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock and the title character Venom. It also stars Michelle Williams, Naomi Harris, Reed Scott, Stephen Graham, and Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy, the villainous Carnage. I've been meaning to talk about this film for quite a while, and when I say talk about this film, of course, I mean this is not a review. This is a British Fans Retrospective thoughts and opinions on this very successful Marvel Cinematic Universe film. This film grossed $500 and nearly $7 million at the box office from a budget of $110 million. I am joined by Warhawk Beyond 2040, shout out to him, and he will give you some thoughts on this movie in a second. Now, despite the fact that I did enjoy this movie, there are some issues with it, and I'm glad that I've got a second opinion, so let's hear what Warhawk has to say about this film.
So after having just finished watching Venom Let There Be Carnage, I can honestly say that it was very watchable, quite enjoyable as well. A couple of issues I had with it. I felt the movie was too short. I think it could have been a lot longer. I think maybe a lot of the comedic stuff could have been toned down a lot. You know, I felt there was a bit too much comedy as opposed to the first one, which was a lot more darker and a lot more serious. But I thought Woody Harrelson did an excellent job as Cletus Cassidy / Carnage. I thought he looked very close to the comic books in terms of his appearance and just the sheer madness of the character. Tom Hardy was, he was great as always as Eddie Brock and Venom. I thought both of them put in a solid performance. I would probably give more of the nod to Woody Harrelson, but by and large, I thought Venom Let There Be Carnage was quite enjoyable. I still probably enjoyed the first one just a little bit more, but I thought Let There Be Carnage was, still very watchable and very entertaining, but maybe it just could have been a little bit longer. And the little after credit scene that we got, I thought that was quite interesting, the way they incorporated Spider-Man in there. Won't spoil it too much about where that leads to in regards to the MCU, but if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But overall, I would say Venom Let There Be Carnage was a good, solid film.
I will say that I agree with a lot of what Warhawk is saying there. I thoroughly enjoyed this film, but there are some issues with it. I was going to give this film an 8.5 out of 10 rating, but having heard Warhawk's rating, I tend to lean towards his and agree with what he is about to rate it right now.
My rating for this movie, I'm going to give it probably 8 out of 10. If I'm truly honest, I give it a solid 8 out of 10.
I do agree with Warhawk. It deserves an 8, not an 8.5. This film does have some issues. The runtime is too short. The off-place comedic moments. There is also a strong emphasis on the characters that are in this film, and it kind of leaves you not really knowing who to cheer in this film. Although I would recommend this film, guys. This is a very watchable film, and it will grow in time. And I am so excited about what they could do in the future with a character like Venom. Shout out to Warhawk for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.